Jalen Hurts is coming off a bad season. He had a bad season. It was an awful season, but he took a step back from a MVP runner-up season from 2022, where he led the team to within, basically, a field goal or 3 points of a Super Bowl win, and played outside the fumble that got returned for a touchdown is nearly flawless in the Super Bowl. Played a great Super Bowl game. Does he consider that was his first ever Super Bowl? The moment definitely wasn't too big for him. Took a major step back last year. Now, there are a number of reasons. We can go culture, Sirianni, who we can make a case shouldn't even be the coach. Just offensive philosophy. There are a lot of things that contributed to Hurts not performing at the level that he performed the previous season. Here's the thing. When you are getting paid what Jalen Hurts is getting paid, your job as a quarterback is to cover for mistakes, to cover for players leaving free agency, to cover for even somewhat suspect coaching. That is the reality of the NFL. That's the reality of what some of these top end quarterbacks are making. You have to cover. That's all there is to it. Like once a guy is off that rookie contract, and once you say, "Hey, this is our guy," you're trusting that guy covers up for a lot of mistakes. So you can have this excuse, that excuse. It really doesn't even matter what the excuse was or what the reason was. In a sense, Jalen Hurts has to dominate. He can't be good. He can't be very good. He has to dominate, and it's one of the reasons why right now Dak Prescott hasn't got his contract situation settled. Deep down, Jerry Jones knows that Dak is not the guy to cover up those mistakes, and Jerry does not want to give Dak Prescott game-changing quarterback that NFL changing money, that type of money, because he doesn't believe he's on that level of a quarterback. If Jerry, let me tell you something. Jerry Jones is think about who Jerry Jones is before I get back to the Eagles Packers. Jerry Jones he's not cheap. Like Jerry Jones Jerry Jones loves his players. He loves spending. I've seen him spend on players. If Jerry Jones fucks with you, he will give you the world. Some players you be like, "Oh, Slim," like Ezekiel Elliott. Like Ezekiel Elliott was like we said on this podcast, and when Ezekiel Elliott signed that contract, I was like, "This is insane." I know Ezekiel Elliott at the time was a top back, but you don't pay running backs the type of money that Jerry Jones gave Ezekiel Elliott. And of course, the contract aged miserably. So my point is, Jerry Jones spends his money. He will spend his money, but he doesn't believe in Dak Prescott. Period. But even Jerry, for all his faults, Jerry knows that your quarterback has to cover up for mistakes. So, this is a big year for Jalen Hurts. This is the biggest year of his career. Again, I don't trust Sirianni as a coach right now. I got rid of a lot of assistants. We'll see what happens with that. But man, Jalen Hurts comes out this year and he plays average to mediocre. Philadelphia has they're fucked. Like that's all there is to it. They're fucked. I can't put it any other way.